Hi there everyone. Today I'm going to be going through a runner's stretch and warm up. So for this you're going to need a foam roller, which is fairly inexpensive and something you can buy online. I'll include a link in my titles and my comments. We're going to be starting off on your calf. So we've got two muscles in your calf. This part, which is the gastrocnemius, and then the soleus, which is closer to your ankle. So we're going to start on just on the outside, rolling that bit. So you might find as you roll down, if you cross your leg over, you can add a little bit more pressure and you'll feel it a little bit better. If you feel like you come across a bit that hurts a little bit more, flex your toes towards your knee like I'm doing here, and just until that pain subsides, and then you can keep rolling on. And you can start to roll on to the inside and do the same thing if you come across anything. I find that there's a lot more knots for me on the inside of my calves. So just keep that foam roller moving up and down until you feel like it's quite pain-free. Once that side's done, we can get started on the other side. So same sort of thing, start on the outside, work your way up and down, put a bit of pressure. We're using your other leg. Your bum is off the floor as well while you're doing this, and you're just pushing through your hands to roll up and down. Flex that ankle, so bring your toes towards your knees if you feel like you find any knots, and then swap over. Once calves are done, we'll start on our hamstrings. So you can start either from the bottom or the top. You can add a bit of pressure with that other leg. And you're just rolling up and down. You can rotate your hips away and just move your hips from side to side so you can feel the whole of that hamstring is quite a big muscle and it wraps around your leg. So you want to be moving it around, coming up and down. Start on the outside or in the inside. It's up to you, whichever you feel like you need to start first. Once that's done, we'll start on the glutes. Now, your glutes are a very large muscle, so you need to come right up towards your lower back. If you find a spot that really hurts, just hold it there until you feel the pain subside. Shouldn't take very long. Your glutes are the driving force behind your run, so you want to make sure that they're fired up and ready to go, and not being too lazy. After you've done your glutes, move on to the quads. Now these guys can be quite painful to foam roll. So keep one leg on the floor so that you can help push forward. If you come across a knot, bend that knee. Keep it there and bend that knee. Nice slow movements until you feel it subside. And then keep it going. You can start on the outside and then work your way inside, coming up and down. Now you don't have to spend too long doing this. About 5 minutes is plenty of time. Once we've done that, we can move on to a quick stretch. So we'll start with our hamstrings. Lay back on your back, one leg straight on the floor, the other leg bent. Clasp your hands behind your knee and straighten that knee out. And then you're just bringing your foot forward. You can choose to flex your toe away and then towards you if you want. You're just going to feel a bit of sciatic pain through the back of your knee if you're doing that, but you can feel that stretch a little bit more. About 30 seconds on each side is enough. Onto the glutes, put your foot back on the floor and then cross your leg over your knee, and then you want to clasp your hand around your knee that's with the foot on the floor and bring that knee towards you. Keep your head relaxed back on the floor. You should feel a nice stretch through your glutes. You can push your other knee, so the knee that's crossed over with the ankle on your other knee, push that knee away and swap over, about 30 seconds on each side. This side for me is quite tight, so I need to really push the knee away of the glute that I'm stretching. Onto a quad stretch. Now I find the best way to stretch my quads is to lie flat on the ground so you can push your hips into the ground. This is the best way to get a quad stretch, as your hips have nowhere to escape. Your bum's not gonna push up into the air like they would if you were standing. You push your bum back and not feel your quad at all. 30 seconds on each side. Onto a calf stretch now. So take one foot back, leg straight, and then lean forward. Push your heel onto the ground. Keep pushing that heel away and you should feel a really nice stretch through that calf. I find that a lot of people want to bounce in the stretch when they do this. Just try to hold that stretch. You don't want to be bouncing around in it. Just keep that muscle stretched out and still. Moving on to a warm-up now. So it's good to start off your run with a couple of activations done. So we're going to do a circuit with a glute bridge. You want your glutes fired up and ready to go. They're the driving force behind your run. So lie down on your back with your knees bent. You want to keep your knees apart and you're squeezing your bum up off the floor, controlling it down. Just touch your bum on the floor and back up again. Keep those knees apart, pushing those heels into the floor. You want to hold on with your toes as well, controlling the movement down. Nice squeeze up, controlling it down for about 10 reps. From that, we're going into a hamstring march. So you want a chair close by so you can put your heels up on it. Take your bum up off the floor and you're marching 1 foot off the floor. You're going to feel these hamstrings light up. Nice controlled movements. You want to do about 12 reps of these, so around 6 on each side. From that, we're going into a power run on the spot. So you really want to drive your feet into the floor when you're doing this, and you're going opposite hand to foot, which is the natural way that we run, and really driving it onto the floor. Just thinking about that force into the floor. For about 12 reps, so maybe 6 on each side. Circuit that 3 times and then you're good to go. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that was helpful for you and have a good run. See you next time. Thank you.